Every successful story starts with a dream. What are your dreams? Hello friends, I'm Brock and I'm searching for developer stories all over the world. Today's guest is Okan. He has almost 20 years of experience and countless specialties in the tech field. I'm sure you're excited to learn his unique experience. So, let's listen to his story together.
So I started programming when I was child I was in 15. There was some internet cafe in our country, so there was no PC at homes on that times. So I started over MIRC. So it was a kind of platform that people can reach each other, their friends, for just chatting, real-time chatting. It was it. So when I started MIIC, I decided to create some server in order to serve some environment to people, in order to chat with their colleagues. Then I started to write shell script during that process. So that was my first time faced with programming, shell script. And the following years, I created some website. It was really old, so there was some hertz was raining on the screen. So there was some MIDI was playing at background. It was very popular at the past, but now it's nothing now. This is how I start programming.
What's the difference between being a software engineer before 10, 15 years ago and today?
Actually, it's also same because there is nothing before you start, and after you complete it, after you're done, there is some product. So this is your process. So this is your output at the end of the day. Of course, the technology has been improved, developed. There are too many different alternatives we have now. At the past, there was only 2-3 technology that you can use for specific purpose. So technology has been changed. Also, team size has been changed, as you know. At the past, we were developing our application using small team, like extreme programming. But nowadays, we have a big team. Front end and back end is separated. So also we have another environments like mobile applications and the other IoT devices as well. So this has been changed, but the mind is same.
You already have lots of experience, and during that time, have you thought about changing your career or had any hesitation? Oh, I'm doing this, but I could do another job too.
No,
No.
actually, definitely it is not, because I love programming. I love being in programming as well as a manager. Doesn't matter. That feeling is really awesome. So I am happy with that.
Awesome. And what obstacles did you face while improving yourself in the tech field?
I mean, you know, there are too many resources that makes the things difficult, because you are having difficulties to choose which things you should start. There are too many things needs to be read on the internet as well. So the main problem is selecting the correct programming languages was problem for me, because when I started, there was Visual Basic, there was PHP, which was new, almost new. So there was Delphi as well. Also, the other guys started working on networking side as well, like Cisco was very popular on that years, even it's popular now. So selecting correct path for your career is not easy. But there is a formula for that. Just start. After you start, then you will understand what is happening. So you see your feelings. That will help you. But before you start, you can never understand what's happening.
What is the most effective way to learn something new? How do you learn effectively?
It depends on people. It changes, you know. But for me, first of all, I start reading documentation. Understanding documentation is most important part before understanding. Sometime just starting with hello world is not correct way. It is good for research, but it's not good for selection of technology. You need to understand documentation well. Also, you need to check their GitHub for the issues that they are having. This is also important. The community size, it is very important. If the community size is less than some standard, it means that nobody is caring about that language, which can cause some problem. So selecting technology is important. Just start reading documentation, checking the community. Then you can start from some hello world example. It doesn't matter. But this is the way that I'm following.
Thank you very much for your answer. What are the key facts of being a good problem solver?
This is our new problem in the world as a programmers, because they are trying to find a solution on their editor, because they are getting the questions, getting the problem from some person about their product, and immediately they are trying to write some code in order to fix it. But this is wrong way, because we have our own compiler, which is our mind. So we need to think about the problem first. Maybe we can give some break a while to think about it. After we focus the problem and after we fix that problem on our mind, then you can open your editor, then you can provide your code whatever you want, then it will be fixed. This is the first thing. The second thing is being able to explain your problem. Sometimes our developer is having some problem and I am asking them, what you have? And they are saying that, yeah, there are some problem on that line. Maybe it could be this one or that could be that one. Then I understand that problem is not understood well. So this is the problem. And pair programming is coming on that way. So you need to explain your problem, or you need to be able to explain your problem. Otherwise, that means you didn't understand the problem. So it is impossible to solve that problem because it is not understood by a person. So focus on the problem, try to understand. If you are not able to understand, try to explain someone your problem, which can open your mind.
Key fact is to understand the problem before solving.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Yeah, the word of the success may vary according to person. And how would you describe being a successful developer? And do you call yourself successful as a developer?
Yeah, I can say that I am successful, but I cannot say that I am ready for everything because it never ends. Learning is never ends. You need to improve your skills every time. While we are speaking, some technology is being developed now. So to follow it is not easy for us, because that comes with some responsibility for us, which you need to work harder. You need to take your time for understanding the concept of programming. Sometimes some people can choose some technology, some programming language without understanding its platform, its life cycle. So first of all, you need to focus on life cycle, how that language is working at the behind, how the processor is understanding your language while you are developing is the important part, which comes with some responsibility. As I mentioned before, you need to work harder. You cannot say that, yeah, I am also a social person, I am spending my time with my friends, at the same time I am focusing on programming as well. It is not possible nowadays. You need to focus on programming to improve your skills first, and you need to work harder to understand everything properly. Yes, then you can focus on your social life as well. But for me, to be successful, you need to focus on programming. You need to focus on the environment things to be successful. Yeah.
Now you're working in a position as a CTO. And what perspective did you gain after having that position?
While I am developer, so I was focusing on myself only. If I am doing something in correct way, that was enough, fair enough. Then I became some team leaders. Then I started to care about my team, and I saw that it is not easy to move it myself. I need to improve my team skill in order to go faster. So that was the new issue that I was facing about it. So then I moved to manager side. Now I am in director side, a C-level manager. So I am focusing on the company now because we have some culture. We need to keep it on the way. Otherwise, it could be problematic for me. Also, I need to have our own team leaders, architects. I need to pay attention for them because it is easy to know. Then you need to increase your skills to teach, which is most important part because you can know something, but it doesn't mean that you can teach.
Yes.
If you are able to teach, that means you learned well. And if you are trying to learn how to manage to teach, it is the hard one. It is the most important part for my career, and it wasn't easy. So I am also taking some course for leadership, for increasing my management skills as well. I mean, giving some targets, defining purpose for company level, then moving that purpose to our team leaders, and moving the same purpose. I mean, being sure that the purpose has been moved the correct way, in the correct way, by architect or team leader to developer, and it going like that, like loop. So this is the thing I am facing now. So this is the difference between being developer and manager.
Want to achieve in your career as a next level? You're already in a management position. What's your target?
Yes, you asked that question before to me. Of course, I already think about creating my own company, as all developer thinks about it, because we think that we are already doing that development thing. We don't need anything. We don't need any equipment. We don't need team in order to start something because we have what we need. But it is not correct because we don't have what we need, because there are too many things like finance needs to be cared about in our operation, and too many things are happening on the company. So I saw that it is not easy, and it is not for me, by the way. So I decided to stay as manager in the company, but I need some way to play it because yes, we are working, we have some issues to be completed. We are developing applications for the biggest company of the world, but I need something which is specific for me. So I find that way, then I turn my mind to product mind. So I can create my own products without creating new company. Even in even in this company, I can have my own products as well. I don't need money. I don't need networking because we already have in the company. So this is the new way I am trying to do it. As you know, we have some products in our company as well, which is developed by me, and I saw that products are being sold to the other countries. So this is really awesome.
I think it's a smart way of solving your problem. Like you want to build something, but you don't want to spend your energy on other stuff, and you have the clever solution. You're so busy and you have lots of things going on, teams and managements. How do you manage your time effectively?
Burak, to be honest, I am not busy, by the way. Because, yeah, I was busy 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I start to managing that big team. But now I have too many teammates in company. I trust them. I am teaching them. Uh, I let them to feel that I am trusting them. This is important for me. And now they can handle it. They can handle it. We have architects in our company. They are really working good with their colleagues. Also, we have team leaders. We have senior developers as well. Because if we are talking about being senior developer, it doesn't mean that they are coding well. It means their soft skills are really they have really good soft skills. I mean,
Mhm.
soft skills means they have good relation with their colleagues. They are able to manage their team as well. So we have team-oriented architecture in our company, which reduce my time. So I have time to focus my team, to
Mhm.
teach, how to manage, how to being a good leader. So spending time for that ways is more important for me.
You already mentioned about the soft skills. I also want to ask, what is the career path of the software engineer? What are the vital soft and hard skills to be a good developer? Can you mention in a
Sure, sure,
nutshell?
sure, sure. F- Yes, sometimes we are choosing to not talk too much with our colleagues. Just
Mhm.
focusing on their works is not the correct way for being senior or increasing soft skills. The first thing is communication. You know, nowadays we are facing some problem like pandemic. We are not seeing each other physically. There are only small frames on our computers, so we are
Mhm.
trying to understand each other. Suppose that maybe 5 minutes ago they have some fight with their wife, for example. We don't know because at the past we were starting our work together on
Mhm.
9 o'clock, for example. But now we are not seeing each other during a days, and while we are having some problem in the project, then we are opening our some tool like Zoom in order to get communicated. So we need to have some mention about their feelings. We need to get some another look from their perspective is very important. The
Mhm.
another soft skill is teaching. If you are trying to do same thing for your projects and if you are not delegating that your works to someone, this is also a problem.
Mhm.
So you need to spend your time to teach your colleagues in order to move together. This is also kind of soft skill that it is very important for development teams.
Mhm.
And the last thing is solving problem. We already talked about that, Burak, during our this small session. They need to focus on solving problem. They shouldn't focus on writing program.
What motivates you while working, like creating an end product or communicating with other developers? What's your
Mhm.
trigger?
I mean, of course, developing something is good, but it doesn't mean that you need to code. Even I am coding as well, but I am thinking like that, like painter. You know, there is some frame, and you are painting. There was nothing; it was white, and after you're done, even you spend your too much time, for example,
Mhm.
and you see that you have some paint and it looks good and you can show your friends, you can show your customer, for example,
Yeah.
and it's done by you. It is very good feeling for me. And with teams it is better because you have too many people, so you can paint the biggest picture for the people. So this is really delicious for me.
What three pieces of advice about your career would you give your to younger self?
Yeah, I saw good question, I think. uh, After almost 20 years, uh, I am coding. If I turn back and say myself, start any product, even it is easy, even it is small, doesn't matter. Just do it, because when I am a child or younger, not the child, of course, 50 years old, kind of child, right? So I can say that have some product, even it is good, even it is failed, doesn't matter. But I didn't do it. I created my own products, of course, but I deleted because the purpose was learning, not having product. So I would like to change that thing.
Thank you very much. It was so exciting for me to talk to you because you have many years experience in tech field and your recommendation and your story was so valuable to me. I hope the other people will benefit when they watch this session. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Burak. Also, this channel, this YouTube channel, is your product. So you are
Yeah.
spending your time for that product. It is really wonderful. It is a good experience for me, for you, and it was good experience for me to talk with you, of course. So don't forget to subscribe that channel, guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you.